Hello, beautiful people and incredible students! Este mês na United vai ser incrível! Para você que quer aprender inglês para viajar, seja negócio ou turismo, você que quer aprender inglês para poder fazer o check-in no hotel, entrar no restaurante, pedir aquela comida ou até estar numa feira e falar com um fornecedor ou cliente, este mês nós vamos ter muitas open classes para quem se registrar aqui, neste link aqui em baixo, e poder ter a vantagem de nos seguir e acompanhar todas estas aulas incríveis que vamos ter para vocês, tá? Vos vejo lá! Hello, beautiful people and incredible students! Estamos cá hoje para mais uma Masterclass dentro daquela quinzena de inglês para a viagem. Hoje a nossa aula vai ser como preparar para falar inglês na viagem para negócios. Esta aqui, para quem nos tem acompanhado já há alguns dias, sabe que é uma de algumas que nós já fizemos. Já fizemos uma aula dentro do hotel para você fazer o check-in, check-out. Já fizemos uma dentro de um restaurante para você entender o cardápio. Já fizemos uma também dentro do bar para aquela conversa mais assim social. Segunda-feira passada tivemos uma muito show de bola que era como locar um carro e como pedir um táxi de aplicativo na sua viagem. Hoje, continuando esta, e não é a última, para quem quer acompanhar o resto das Masterclass, pode ir lá e se cadastrar no link da sua cidade, que você vai ter acesso a esse conteúdo e muito mais. Hoje nós vamos focar em inglês para negócios. E isso me traz a uma coisa muito importante da nossa conversa hoje, que é o apoio que nós temos da ASIC. A ASIC, assim, não tenho palavras para descrever o apoio que nos tem dado aqui United Caçador e também United em Videira para poder nos integrar dentro do mundo empresarial e o mundo de empreendedores aqui dentro das cidades, tá? A SIC já é uma associação que não é nova, já está há bastante tempo aqui a apoiar o comércio da cidade e as indústrias da cidade. E para mim o que é mais assim fera é os núcleos de empreendedorismo que eles têm. Eu estou dentro de um, que é o núcleo da gestão da excelência, excelência na gestão na excelência, às vezes eu me confundo um bocadinho com as ordens das coisas, mas o que tem-me ajudado a realmente abrir a mente e o que me tem-me ajudado a ser o melhor empreendedor, não tem palavras, tá? Na ACIAV, lá em Videira, nós já tivemos a oportunidade de fazer uma palestra lá dentro de como é a mente bilíngue, também de novo nos trouxe muito sucesso e comprova que este trabalho de associação funciona. Nos deram muito apoio no princípio da pandemia também. Assim, não tem palavras. Foi um apoio jurídico, inclusive. Gente, se vocês estão a considerar a procura de algum grupo para vocês se associarem, considerem a SIC, a SIAV e também em Rio do Sul, porque realmente só vem para somar, tá? Não tem coisas boas o suficiente que eu possa falar que consiga expressar tudo o que eles nos têm ajudado. São muito feras, a estrutura é boa, profissionalismo, assim, sem igual, tá? E por causa disso tudo, eu disse, pô, não tem outro lugar por onde posso fazer esta aula que represente todas aquelas pessoas que viajam a negócios e que precisam do inglês para viajar. Estamos aqui num centro em que é tudo à base de negócios, tudo à base de trabalho. Então, isso aqui já nos traz ao terceiro ponto que eu quero falar com vocês, que é a nossa excelente aluna, como sempre, que vem aqui para nos ajudar a nós podermos ter aquela aula bem realista, como seria dentro de uma sala de aula da United. Hoje nós temos a Bruna. A Bruna é lá do Rio do Sul, então, ó, coraçãozinho para o pessoal do Rio do Sul. E ela hoje vai poder mostrar a vocês todos como é esta jornada da fluência. Como você consegue, se tiver o estímulo correto e se tiver o apoio correto, atingir a fluência dentro do Brasil e conectado com o que realmente você vai fazer no futuro. Ela até pouco tempo trabalhava na Universidade Local de Rio do Sul e agora também posso dizer a todos, Televisão Nacional, que ela vai fazer parte do grupo de trabalho da United em Rio do Sul, na parte comercial. Então, muito show de bola, tá? Para vocês que estão-se a juntar aqui a nós pela primeira vez, tá? Podem deixar os comentários lá na descrição, que nós damos sempre retorno a eles, tá? E curtam muito a aula porque, assim, ela passa rápido. Ela passa rápido. Vocês vão ver que é 25 minutos assim, voa, tá bom? So, Bruna, let's have our conversation.
Hello, André. How are you?
I'm very well, I'm very well. Can you see me well?
Yes, I'm seeing you.
Perfect, perfect. So that's it. And tell me, how long have you been speaking English?
Well, I have been speaking English for almost 5 years.
Cool. And how long have you been studying at United?
Whoa, it's crazy because I am at United as a student for maybe a month or two.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a new student.
Ah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Congratulations. That's it. That's it.
Thank you.
And tell me, when you go, for example, to a shop, and when you talk to a salesman, what are the things that you really pay attention to?
Okay, maybe if the person is polite with me, because the principal thing to be is polite, because I want to be treated like I am treating another person, you know. So we have to see the another view.
That's it. So you would say that it is good to talk to a salesman that listens to what you want,
Yes,
not that speaks what he thinks you want.
yes, of course. Yes,
That's it.
ever.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, it is. It is an interesting fact. The good salesman is the one that actually listens to the customer
Yes.
and finds a solution for the problem of the customer.
Yes, yes.
That's the thing.
And yeah, and the principle is to believe in what are you selling, you know?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. That's it. That's it. And one important thing. Okay, so you think a lot about the politeness and about the the quality of the treatment that you have. And for example, and the vocabulary that the person uses and the words that the person uses. What kind of words do you consider to be good and not very good for a salesman?
Okay, we don't have to use slangs, okay, because it depends. It depends on situation, it depends on the company, it depends on the shopping, because there are some people that likes to be treated like formal, and there in the other hand we have some people that likes to be more informal. We have to test, we have to look at the person and whoa, how can I treat this, you know?
I see, I see, I see. But you said something very interesting. Slangs as a rule should be avoided.
Yes, of
Slang,
course.
slangs in the business conversation, like customer to salesman, or in a business to business, possibly. It is good. It is good to avoid using slangs because we have to imagine, and this is interesting. A lot of people think that when they start to study English and when they start to speak English, you speak like the movies.
No, 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 no way.
That's it. That's it. A lot of people have that notion that it's correct to say bad words. It's correct to use slangs. It's correct to say gonna.
No.
So it's interesting. You mentioned a very interesting point.
Thank you. I'm trying.
Yeah. It is very important to have. It's not necessary to be a super incredible formal language.
No.
Okay? You don't have to be a lawyer to be an international salesman. You don't have to be a judge, to speak like a judge, to visit a supplier in
Yes.
Europe. But you have to remember that language has meaning. And language has its particular way of being used in an everyday context, which is not, for example, an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Yes, yes, true. Yes,
That's
I
it.
agree.
That's it. But then again, you don't have to be a lawyer. You don't have to speak like a judge.
But we have to maintain a formal language.
That's it. That's it. That's it. So, for example, and this is interesting, a lot of students, they do not like this lesson. It's the lesson of the reported speech. They get a bit frustrated with all the changes that is necessary to do in English. But it's a very important lesson. It's a very important conversation when you are in a formal context. So, for example, you are talking to your supplier and the salesman. Okay? And imagine, so it's the man that fabricates, the man that produces what you want to buy, and the salesman for that company. You look at the manufacturer, you look at the person that has the factory, and you look at them and say, okay, João said, I like that part. Okay. This gets very confusing for the person that is listening, because you said that he said, but then after you say, I like that part.
Yes.
So it's a contradiction. So it is complicated in the sense that it's not clear, the language. Now look at the difference. See what you understand when I say differently. Oh, João said that I would like the part.
Yes, there are many differences.
That's it. That's it. Now, I'm putting all the responsibility of that sentence, I'm putting all the responsibility of that idea on what he said. I'm not committing to that idea too.
Yes.
That's it, which is important. Or for example, he said that the parts would be shipped. Okay?
Okay.
Which is different that he said that the parts were shipped. It is a difference there in language, and this is in a negotiation. This makes a lot of difference.
Yes, yes. The way you talk can change everything.
That's it. And so this is why it's very important, certain aspects of it. And now, what was the last thing you bought? Remember back, the last thing you went to downtown and you bought.
Oh my God. It's hard to me because in the pandemic, I prefer to stay home, but
no problem.
Maybe a sweet called cuca. You know?
But for example, did you? Okay, so let's use the example of a cuca. Like a mixture of a bread and a cake. No one really understands what that is. It's not a bread, it's not a cake, but it's a cuca. Okay. and the question: how do you say cuca in English?
I really don't know. Maybe a type of cake. I don't know.
No, cuca.
Cuca.
Yeah. How do you say cuca in Chinese?
Cuca.
Cuca. How do you say cuca in Swahili?
Cuca.
That's it. The big majority of names you don't translate. Okay. Especially when they're very traditional from a certain area. Okay.
Yeah.
So there are some that have some different pronunciations, like avocado, mango. They're a bit of a different pronunciation, but in the majority of it, you don't translate names. Okay?
Yes.
So how do you say sushi in Portuguese?
Sushi.
See? But so you get the idea. Okay. So you go. I like to ask this kind of things to the students because they get scared to say, should it be? Should it be? But okay, so you go to a bakery and you buy a cookie. What do you analyze on the product itself? What do you pay
Sorry.
attention to?
Okay, I pay attention in the people who is attending me, the treatment that I am receiving. So one more time, the polite, and I don't know, maybe the smile, maybe the way of the body. I don't know. Is there a lot of things I pay attention? But I like to receive a smile. I like to receive attention. You know, do you prefer this or this? I don't know.
Yeah, makes
That's
sense.
that. Yes.
Yeah, makes sense. But okay, now we have that part of the salesman. Let's now think about the environment. Think about the cooker, the product.
Yes.
In the environment, what do you pay attention to?
The cleaning. The cleaning is the principal part, and
There is a better word in English for that. The hygiene.
the hygiene. Yes, yes. The hygiene. Yes. The hygiene, and let me see. I don't know how to answer that, but the date of it was fabricated, is it?
Very good.
Okay.
I'll explain in a minute. Okay, so let's go back to the hygiene. It is possible to use the word clean, but not like that. It's better to say the cleanliness. It's a complicated word. Cleanliness. When you talk about the cleanliness of the environment, you talk about the hygiene level of the environment, but it's a good word. And that date that you talked about, we have two dates. We have the produce date and we have the expiry date. Produce, expiry. Produce, expiry.
So I pay attention to a produce date. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's perfect. You see, in English, it's possible to talk about a factory, and the factory fabricates. Yeah, people understand, but always remember, in English is better the short words. When you have two options between intelligent and smart, use smart.
Yes.
Fabricate, produce. All the short words, they are better. They are more native. This is why so many people speak English, because they're short words in fast language. That's it. So okay, so you pay attention to the produce date, and do you pay attention to the packaging?
Yes. I pay attention.
And what do you pay attention? Do you pay attention if it's open or if it's damaged?
Can you explain to me what means damage?
That's it. Teacher, creating moments of learning. That's it. So the first thing, open. When you have an open package, it's always a bit problematic. But when it's damaged, it's any kind of problem that is related, for example, with an accident. When you have an accident, you damage the car. Independent if it's the wheel, the door, the window, but it's damaged. A cookie package can be damaged if it's opened, or if it's burned, or if it is with paint. For example, that's damaged. It's not supposed to be there. It's not correct to be there. So you consider that a damage. Or if it's squashed, you know, when they have the old cookies and they're squashed like that.
Yes. Yes. It is a good thing to pay attention. Yes.
For example, in a business negotiation, for example, people use a lot the word damage because that gets included in the complete negotiation. So, for example, you buy 1 million cookies to be delivered in 1 year. in Rio do Sul. So what do? You say, okay, so from that 1 million cucas, I accept 1% of damage. 1% is accepted. Damage over 1%, you get that money deducted. So it's usually an interesting word. For example, the material at United, it is not acceptable to be damaged. When we give, when we deliver. Do you understand the difference between give and deliver?
Yes, I think so.
So tell me, I'm curious now. What's the difference?
Of delivery and given.
Give, yeah.
Okay, let me catch the book. So when I give something to someone, I am given in this moment for you, okay, face by face. And when I deliver something, it have maybe a way to follow, maybe by car or by motorcycle, you know.
Perfect. That's it.
Okay.
So, to give is actually from one person to another. So I give you this lesson. So this is my present. But to deliver is just the transport. It's not the action of a present, to give a present. It's the transport. So yeah, that's it. Perfect.
Thank you.
Cool. And okay, so we have that damage thing. And what kind of ingredients do you like on your cuca?
Whoa, I like banana.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I like types of fruit. You know, I like strawberry. I like, but my favorite is banana with farofa.
Okay, again, you're just getting the words that there are no translation for
it. Sorry.
You're getting all the words. You're getting all the words that it's possible to translate.
Yes, but there was a time that I ate a cuca made by peanut butter, and
made by or made with?
Made with. Sorry, made with peanut butter, and it was okay. I like it.
Cool. So yeah, that's it. So we have another word there, the ingredients. The ingredients is an interesting thing. Now, it's interesting. We might have organic ingredients and we might have chemical ingredients. So for example, the yeast or the baking powder, it is a chemical ingredient. And then we might have the organic ingredients like the banana, like the flour, and everything.
Yes.
And also they also put calcium on, I think it's calcium, or iron, something like that, on the flour. So it's a added ingredient on the flour.
Yes, I know.
Cool. More. I'm trying to remember here things. Oh, okay. The cucas that you like to buy, are they homemade or are they industrialized?
Let me see. I think it is handmade because it's a small shop, you know, and a small bakery. And I think it is made homemade. But in my opinion, I really don't know.
I see. I get you. And let me ask you now. Let's see. How much do you prefer homemade to industrialized?
Okay.
And imagine that you want to buy a car. Would you prefer a homemade car or industrial car?
Of course, industrial.
So yeah, that's it. So there are situations where we prefer industrialized products.
Yes.
With the metro, with everything. But that's it. So yeah, okay. So when it's industrialized, the transport. Do you know how to say the transport of industrialized product?
No, I think no.
Now, there are two interesting words. One is very international, and another one is really used in England, really common in England. So we have the freight, very international word. People say including freight, not including freight. You buy your products, and we have the shipping or the freight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, in England, they have a really different word. It's called haulage.
Haulage.
Yes. So
Whoa.
the haulage is like a freight, but that's how they say it in England or in the
Okay.
UK, basically.
Okay. It's new to me.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then we have the shipping, which it is a type of freight. Um, the freight includes everything, includes the truck, includes the ship, includes basically everything.
Mm-hmm.
The shipping expression just includes the literally the ship. So from here to the United States, you have a boat, you have a ship that carries the containers, and then you have this.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Have you bought any electronic products lately on the internet or something?
Yes, not internet, but in a shop here in my city. I
Hmm.
bought my cell phone, my new cell phone,
Hmm.
and yes, it's electric.
Yeah, electronics. Yeah, that's an
Electronic.
electronic.
Yes, electronic.
So tell me, which cell phone did you buy?
Whoa, let me remember the name. Is can I tell the name
Yeah,
here?
yeah. Again, we don't have that many sponsors, so no worries about it.
Okay, is by Xiaomi. Xiaomi
Okay, very good. That's
is
it. So,
Redmi 7
okay, cool. And why did you buy that cell phone?
because of the price is cheap, because of the I don't know. People said to me that this cell phone is good. So I agree because yes, it's so good.
Yeah, perfect. So, and then with electronics, we have a curious vocabulary included in that. So, for example, we have the basic one, the dashboard. Dashboard is that anything that you can have controls with. And then we also have, for example, the memory. We have the storage space. That's interesting. Storage space. Then we have the more. We have the processor.
Yes.
Okay. So this is just examples how sometimes the word that we use in Brazil is very similar to the word that you might use with the supplier. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, if you contact a supplier in China, you will have to use this kind of words. Um, oh, and one question, one curious thing, see if you know. Here in Brazil, we use a lot a website, and the name is Mercado Livre.
Yes.
Do you know the name of the biggest online platform to sell products internationally?
Whoa, I can try it, but I have not certain, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe Amazon?
No.
No? So I don't know.
Amazon is the biggest in the United States.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
But the biggest one in the world is the Chinese Alibaba.
Whoa.
And you know why it's the biggest one? Because they have Alibaba is business to business, and
Mm-hmm.
then they have AliExpress
Ah, okay.
for customers. But it's just one company. So Alibaba and AliExpress are just one company. They are the
Whoa.
biggest online platform in the world. And the
Whoa.
communication is all in English.
Yes. Yes.
Have you bought products from Alibaba or AliExpress?
No, no, never. Mm-mm.
What is your biggest worry when it comes to that?
Sorry, I don't understood.
What? Sorry. Okay, better now.
Yes.
What is your biggest concern to buy products from those Chinese suppliers?
Okay. Can you explain this word?
Which word?
Concern. Concern.
Very good. That's it. So, when you talk about your feelings, you say that you are worried. Okay? You know, worried?
Yes.
Perfect. But when you have a business negotiation, you're not really worried. Okay. Come on. Again, I'm not getting divorced because of this.
Yeah.
I am worried for that. What I am concerned about, this is one of my, you know, doubts. You say that I am concerned.
Okay. Now I understand.
Perfect.
So I almost don't buy things in internet because I am a little afraid of, but maybe if I would buy something, my biggest fear or my biggest feeling will be the delivery. Okay, if it will arrive at my home, and if it won't arrive on my home,
Yes, it is.
Yes,
That's it.
I think it's this. Yes.
And for that, normally the online platforms they offer a money back guarantee.
Yes.
Money back guarantee, that's the expression. So after some time, if it doesn't arrive, you can contact the supplier and request a money back guarantee. That's it.
Yes. And it's good.
Yeah, that's it. It creates more trustworthy relationships.
Oh, yes.
That's a big word. Trustworthy.
Yes.
Cool. So tell
Cool.
me, now it's the moment. We've been talking for 40 minutes.
Whoa.
We've been talking for 40 minutes.
Yeah. The time
Tell me,
flies.
it does, doesn't it? Tell me, which more vocabularies or which more words would you like to know about this in particular, for example?
Whoa. Let me see. In this area, I don't know a lot of words because I work in this area. I am a commercial consultant, sorry.
Yes.
But in English, it's hard to me because I really don't know many words. I don't use many words because when I'm talking, when I'm speaking English, I prefer to speak about my day by day, about my own, about my friends, about my family, or what I have ate. So I don't know. Can you tell
Perfect.
me
No problem.
some words?
So normally, normally when we have a business transaction. Oh, do you know why you don't use the word sale or buy in English? Very normal. You say a transaction
No.
because transaction includes all the possible options. For example, you know when you have the financial market, you buy stocks, you sell stocks, but you also trade stocks. So it is a more complete vocabulary to use transaction. So in a business transaction, it is really important, for example, the payment terms. So which are the payment terms? So that's the conditions that you need to comply with the payment. Another
Yeah.
vocabulary, another important word, comply.
Comply. Yes. Before our class, I was searching in internet some words, and I have a paper here with some vocabulary, and there are one in a special that I want to know the meaning. Okay, is run the business.
To run a business. Okay. Now, to run a business, it is the person that manages the day by day activity of the company.
Whoa.
You run a business. It is not a slang. It is a normal expression. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For example, you might have the director, but when you visit the company, you might ask, so who runs the company? And the director might say, oh, it's that man. He's responsible for the everyday activity.
Okay.
So that's it. To run a company is to be responsible for the management of the company.
Nice.
So
Okay.
what? And
Okay. Let me see. To close a business deal.
that's it. Now, you can use the word close in um, in two different contexts. Okay, to close a business deal is to actually get the handshake at the end. Yeah, finish the deal. New student. Yay, brilliant. Okay, you have closed the deal. You have talked about the details of the product. You have talked about the payment conditions, the payment terms. Everyone agreed, everyone accepts, signed the contract, you close the deal. But you have to be careful. This is why English, you have to pay attention when you speak. You can also say to close up a business.
To close it.
Close, close up a business is to finish the business, like stop, that's it, no more,
No
we
more.
close. Yeah, that's it. Close up a business is the bad sense of the close.
Well, nice. Thank you.
So very similar but very different to meaning.
Okay, can I continue?
Yeah, please, please, please.
Okay, we have to two words that I don't know. That is budget and background. And in this area.
That's it. That's it. So budget is an interesting vocabulary. I'll give you an analogy. It's very simple. Do you normally go to the supermarket?
Yes, maybe every day.
Perfect. But in the beginning of the month, you normally do your math and you say, for this month, I have 400 reais to go to the supermarket, isn't it?
Yes.
That is your budget for the supermarket.
It's like I don't know, a schedule.
A quantity of money that you have for a certain thing.
Okay.
So, for example, in a company, for example, here at United, we decide in the beginning of the year what is the budget for marketing. And we decide what is the budget for the teaching department, for the academic department. And we create that limit. You can use that quantity of money and that's it. That's the budget. You can have a monthly budget. You can have an annual budget, for example.
Okay. Okay. Understand. Nice. And there is a good one that is know-how.
Aha, perfect. Okay. So the know-how is to have the knowledge of a certain ability. Okay. So when you have the know-how is because you know how to do something. And because, okay, I know how to do that. It's a very big sentence. You can say, Joe, I have the know-how.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And especially including in your department, the students consultant department, the know-how is very vast. You have to know about triggers, mental triggers. You have to know about speech. You have to know about voice control. You have to know about logical thinking. So when you have the control over all these abilities, you have the know-how of the commercial department.
Oh, nice. And let me ask you something, okay? Now I am asking you, okay? When you buy something, everything you want, you prefer to choose a thing cheaper or with quality?
Okay. I I tend to use the sensible option. And what is the sensible option? I am concerned about very cheap things. So it is I'm I don't trust very cheap things. Let's put it like
Me
that.
too. Me too. There is something more. Sorry, something
Wrong.
wrong. Yes.
There's something wrong there. I get concerned. But then I am completely against paying a lot of money because of fashion, for example, or because of I don't know, a name. I'm completely against that. So I think that the best of both worlds, the best of both options is sensible. So I like a good quality product. So for example, the laptops that I buy, they are good laptops. But I don't buy the most expensive laptop, and I don't buy the i7 laptop. But I don't buy the really cheap ones because I know I will have problems. So I tend to be a bit in the middle.
Oh, okay.
So, for
Okay.
example, your cell phone is a very sensible option. You don't buy the very cheap ones for 500 reais because you know that you're gonna have problems, and you don't buy the 6,000 and something real because again it's 6,000 reais for one cell phone.
Yes. Yes. It's expensive.
That's it. And then you start getting that debate. It is 6,000 reais in Brazil, but in the United States it's $800. So when you start being an international person, you start putting things into perspective. And when you put things into perspective, you analyze the whole context.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that this same product is $800 in a country and here is 6,000 reais? There isn't a difference between the usage. What is the difference is the country itself. But is that difference worth the big amount of money? It is debatable.
Yes.
That's my personal opinion, okay?
Yes. Yes. I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, that's my personal opinion. Okay,
Yeah.
so to finalize, just two more words to finalize.
Okay. Um, um, Here I have the break-even point into a negotiation. What is the break-even point?
Perfect. So in a negotiation, 99% of the times, nor the salesman nor the buyer can impose something. So you do a break-even moment. It is not your number, it's not my number, it's a break-even.
Yes.
So just for you to understand the mathematics is, you say 10, I say 5, we close at 7. That's the
Okay.
break-even point.
Yes, it's like the equilibrium point.
Yeah. Yes. It is basically that breaking point where, okay, this is the break even. Sorry, the break even point. The breaking
Okay.
point is different. The breaking point is when it stops.
Mm-hmm.
But the break
Because
even,
because it is broken.
that's it. That's it.
Yes.
But the
Okay. Yeah, you can continue.
I was saying, but the break even point is when you divide, when you share the difference to close the business, to close the deal.
Okay. So let me see. Okay. Here I have to set up a company.
Okay. So, when you open a company, it's not just go on a web page and say, my company is this is my number, that's it. You have a big process. And
Yes.
the sum of all that process, the complete sum of that process is a set up a company. So you talk to the federal justice, you talk about the taxman, you talk to the local government, to town hall, you talk to an accountant. This is all the process of setting up a company.
Yes, yes. Is
The
the
bureaucracy.
full process, né? Yes, né? Isn't it?
Exactly, exactly. It is the complete bureaucracy of opening a company, is to set up a company, and also includes the electric company, the water company, the physical aspect. It's everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay,
That's it.
okay,
Bruna, it was a pleasure having a class with you. I hope that you liked the class. I hope that you learned a lot.
okay. The
Um,
pleasure was mine. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you.
mhm.
Thanks for the opportunity to be in here. And okay,
That's
yeah,
it.
use this.
Now,
I
if you give
love United.
That's it. If you give me just 1 second, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone that is watching us, and then we can talk a bit after the live. Okay? So stay connected. Don't leave the
Okay,
call. Okay?
okay.
Okay. Então, people, como vocês viram, isto foi mais uma das nossas aulas aqui para vocês dentro do mês da viagem. Cada live que nós fazemos, o propósito muito definido é poder criar momentos de aprendizado para vocês. Mas eu espero também que vocês tenham chegado à conclusão que é possível, vocês podem atingir a fluência, começando agora, procurando agora lugares significativos para vocês começarem a praticar a vossa linguagem. Então, gente, let's speak English, ok? Bye bye!